Everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new expansion announcement. We have murder. We got murder. Muck Duck at Castle Nathria, the newest Hearthstone expansion going live, I believe, on August 2nd. It looks ridiculous. We have a new card type. There's a new legendary in the game you could play right now that literally changes the game. It changes the game. It's cool. I don't know if it'll be good, but it's ridiculous. And of course, we're going to do a giveaway because we always do giveaways for new expansions out of my pocket. 1 mega bundle, 2 regular pre-orders. And all you got to do is like and comment on this video, subscribe to the channel. But for every 1,000 subs we get until the expansion comes out, I'm going to add another mega bundle to it. So you can make me go broke. All you got to do is subscribe. So hit that subscribe button. Let's go over it though. This expansion looks ridiculously, like the mechanics look more complex than we've seen in a long time. So we're gonna have 135 new cards on August 2nd. The schedule, I believe the reveals will continue on July 1st with the Kibler gameplay video, and then there's like up until like near the end of July with the Duels reveal. So there is a lot of stuff we're gonna be going over the next month. So again, you'll want to be subscribed. Did I mention subscribing? Okay, I'll stop. We have the 10 suspicious suspects, and we only have 3 legendaries revealed so far, at least that we can't play right away. We can play one. We'll go over that one later. We have Murloc Holmes, 3-mana 3/4 Murloc. Solve 3 clues about your opponent's cards to get copies of them. So I believe they show this in this gameplay video. You can check it on Play Hearthstone. Basically, you'll be shown 3 cards from your opponent's deck and 3 different times. If you can guess each time correctly, you will get all 3 cards. So you have to guess them all. It's similar to Curious Glimmerroot, which was a card that if you could guess the card from your opponent's deck, you would get a copy of it. Rather, you get 3. So it's really good value. It's a Murloc, and I think it'll see play, especially in Shaman where you can cheat this out, get even more value. You can steal a win condition. It can be pretty good. I don't know, value in Hearthstone's not what it used to be, but 3-mana 3/4 probably draw 3, especially you could punish net deckers. Like most people play a net deck, you typically have a good idea what they're going to be playing. So I think it's a good card. I think you'll see play. I'll go to 3 out of 5 in Standard and Wild. We have Baroness Abash, 4-mana 3/6. Again, I'll probably butcher the name, but Legendary Shaman minion. If this would transform into a minion, summon that minion instead. So I believe if we would evolve this, instead of getting, like, say it evolved into an Earth Elemental, this wouldn't evolve. It would just summon an Earth Elemental instead. So you can just build a giant board off of this with evolve effects or transform effects. That's my assumption, or like a faceless manipulator, something like that. You could like faceless this, and I assume you would get another Baroness and just go off. I have no idea. It depends on the evolve support. I know one of the location cards, the new card type, will work with this. I'm gonna give this a 3 out of 5 in Standard Wild. It might be a little bit clunky and weird, but I think it could see play. And then we have Decimator Olgra, 6-mana 3/7 Battlecry. Gain +1/+1 for each damage minion, then attack all enemies. So if there's a lot of damage stuff on the board, this is a big threat. It attacks a bunch of stuff, it clears the board. But if we learn anything from like Lothar, and any card like this in particular has rarely seen play, but it's a lot of stats and it can scale pretty well, especially if you couple it with like a Whirlwind. I'm not sold on a card like this. Historically, they haven't been good. I'll give it a 2 out of 5 in Standard, 2 out of 5 in Wild. But again, you never know. And there's a bunch of cards to come. It's really silly to write cards early, but at least I can make fun of myself when I'm wrong later. So the new keyword, we have a new keyword of Infuse. And what is Infuse? Well, if the Infuse keyword, this cards with Infuse keyword sit in your hand and absorb anima from your friendly minions as they die. After the specified number of friendly minions die, the Infuse card, while the Infuse card's in your hand, it will transform into a more powerful version. Infuse your cards to unlock their full power. So you have the shadow spell, right? It draws a spell, but if you wait for 2 friendly minions to die, it'll get buffed. It'll get infused. Same with this 2-mana 2/3 taunt. 3 minions die, it'll gain +2/+2. And this one says it adds a temporary copy of it to your hand, so you could draw another one, right? So it's just kind of rewards you for holding cards. You could just play it. You could just play a 2-mana 2/3 taunt. You could just play 1-mana draw card, not take the infuse, or you can wait and see how it goes. So flexible cards, they don't look like they're coming with downside. It looks like upside on top. Like 1-mana draw spell is a good card. It tutors a specific card. This is for for Rogue, by the way. Like, I would give that probably a 3 out of 5 in Standard Wild just for Rogue, period. Because again, it just draws a card for 1 mana. It tutors. That's good, but you can also have it get buffed. So I'm going to give this, yeah, a solid 3 out of 5 in Standard Wild. Priest of the Deceased seems to me like a good arena card. It's like, here's what Infuse does. Check that out. You're probably not putting in your deck, so I'll give it a 2 out of 5 in Standard and Wild. But here's a new card type, locations, and they're not legendary. These are rares, so you can run multiple copies of them. I imagine you can have multiple locations on the board. I imagine they'll take a board spot like a minion and all of that, but how they work, they have their mana cost and then they have a durability. So every time you use the effect, there's apparently, it'll go, they'll have like a 1-turn cooldown and then you'll lose a durability. So the warrior one deals 1 damage to a minion, give a +1 attack. So you can use this as removal. You can use this as a buff. Shaman has a transform a friendly minion into one that costs 1 more. Works with the Shaman legendary. You can target something on the board, evolve it, and boom, that'll be on the board. It's like basically the value is insane, right? For 1 mana, you don't have to spend a mana again. I don't believe it says each cost, yeah, it just costs 1 durability. So you're just spending 1 mana to get 3 evolves. That's really good. You're spending 1 mana to get 3 pings. That's really good. I think they're really solid cards from what I've seen so far. I would give these both a 4 out of 5 in Standard and Wild. I just think they're flexible, they're good, and they're a new card type, so they're going to be good. They're probably going to be broken, honestly, and I don't think there's any way to interact with this. It's not like it's a minion or anything, so they play it, and it's not a spell either. It's not like Counterspell's going to work. Hell, not even the Okani card's going to work, so interesting to see how they'll play out. They look really cheap and flexible, so yeah. And on July 1st, there's the card reveal with Ixar and Leo, and then we have the new legendary. You can log in right now and play this card. What is this card? Prince Renethal, 3 mana, 3/4, neutral legendary. Your deck size and starting health are 40. You can play this right now. You put this in your deck, you have a 40 card deck, you have 40 health. A 40 card deck, probably really bad. You probably don't want 40 cards because your deck becomes, well, full of more crap. You typically want to draw the good stuff, but you get extra help, or maybe you want that many cards. I think this will be a loved card. This is ridiculous. It literally changes the game, and I'm extremely excited to see what people could come up with, because yeah, historically in card games, you want your deck size to be as small as possible for things to synergize as much as possible, and well, this kind of completely changes the game. I don't know if this card is good. I really don't, but anything that just changes the game, you feel like it's got a shot. So you know what? In Standard, I'm gonna give it a 4, just because it's so cool. Imagine a Cariel, you know, getting the hero card up for Paladin. How are you ever killing them? But then they have to find the Cariel. They have a 40 card deck, right? You can have a 40 card Highlander deck. Good luck with that. I'm sure that'll be a mark video of some sort. But yes, I'll give it a 4 out of 5 in Standard, just because it's really rad. In Wild, I can't see it being played in such a format that's all about aggression and insane combos, and that doesn't really work very well against that. You don't really want a 40 card deck, I don't think, but I don't know, maybe you do, maybe you do. Have some fun with it. But there you go, the latest expansion. Comment, subscribe, like, all that stuff to enter the giveaway. We'll have all the cards to cover as they come out, and yeah, this looks like a really freaking cool expansion. Anyways, if you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.